All right, today we're going to go over the initial setup with your forward zero stock film screen cutter or screen protector. So as you know, this machine custom cuts all the different screen protectors for every phone out there. It's got a built-in computer system which is being upgraded continually, daily. Every day you're going to see new devices added to it. As long as you have an internet connection, you'll be able to download the upgrades as they're happening. So you got it out of the box, and we're going to go ahead and set it up. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the blade holder, and you want to make sure that that little arrow there is right on that zero. There's numbers there. You may or may not see them. They're kind of white. If you look at your model, you'll see them, but you want to go ahead and make sure that that arrow right there is pointing at the number 1. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway, you want to put the arrow on, oh, there, you can see the numbers there, on 0. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to do. Then we're going to take these blades that are supposed to be going in here, we're going to take them out, and you want to be very, very extra careful because they are very, very sharp. So they have the actual blade is underneath this blue protector, and this is not the blade. The blade is actually in there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to insert this in here, but remember the blade is here, so the blade is now exposed. You can see it is very, very sharp. So that's going to be dropped in there just like that. And don't worry about it if you don't see it. That's not a problem. Next thing we're going to do is just like this. We're going to install it right on that little hole there, because that's where it's going to sit. And then we're going to tighten that screw right here just to hold it in place. Now, maybe you don't see it, but I will turn it a little bit. There we go. You want the little 0 where the arrow is kind of pointing at you, so you know where the rest of the numbers are. You can even set it like that, and then just go ahead and tighten it. So what I did is I actually turned it a little bit so that the arrow's pointing more this way and not that way. You will be turning this. You just want to have the arrow pointing somewhere where you can see what number it's at. Once we got that done, on the bottom of this machine, underneath here, there's a username and a password. Each machine is going to have a different one. So I'm not going to show you mine, but I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the username and password. It's a sticker right on the bottom here, somewhere in this general direction. I'm going to flip it over, get that information. What I recommend is that you take a picture of it so you can use it later. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. Once you got that information from the bottom there, you got it on your phone, you took a picture of it. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to need, now these bottles ship with no liquid in it, because as you know, it's against the law, I guess, to ship internationally any form of liquid. So they ship these bottles to you empty. They say there's different solutions you can put on it. One of the ones that I've been told from Forward to continue using is 99% alcohol, just like you see there. I will post a link in the description where you can get this super cheap and buy it in quantities. We got 4 of these for, I forgot exactly what we paid for it, but it was cheap anyway. Just fill it up to the top with 99% alcohol. Don't use any other percentage that is not 99%. And then the next thing we're going to do is actually bring this closer to the camera so we can start setting it up. So your next step is turning it on. You're going to see the clicking sound and the blue lights, and it's going to start up its internal computer, just like you see there. Pretty nice setup or startup. All right, the first thing you're going to do when you're on this screen is you're going to set up your language. As you can see, the language is not English, so I'm going to change it to English. As you can see, you have different languages there. You're basically going to select your language. In our case, we are choosing English, but you have Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Vietnamese. You have Chinese and different languages. I believe you also have Russian as well there. So let's go ahead and select English. And once you select English, you're going to press the bottom right down here. And it'll change it to OK. And I'll just press OK one more time. And once it's confirmed that this is in English, these bottom buttons, then you can go back. Now you can see that you have the EN instead of the CH, which we previously had for the Chinese language. Now it's in English. So the next thing we're going to do is select your Wi-Fi. I'm going to pause the video because you're going to have your own Wi-Fi connection that you're using. So go ahead and do that, and we'll continue in just a moment. Okay, once Wi-Fi is set up, you're going to, once it successfully connects to your Wi-Fi, you might have this, which is a version update, because depending on when you got the machine, there might have been already another update as far as different devices. For example, recently, just a few weeks ago, the iPhone 13 was released, and actually not too long ago, the Google Pixel 6 and 6 Pro was released. So I don't know, they might be in there, they might not, I don't know. So you're gonna, anyway, you're just going to update, and you will see that it's starting to download, and you'll see the progress up there as far as the percent. And once it's done, you're gonna see the question: do you want to install an update to this built-in application? Your existing data will be lost. You're going to select install, and it's going to proceed with the installation. It's just like an app, if you see. So app installed, and then you're going to hit done. It will take you back to this screen, and if you remember, on the bottom of the machine, there's login information that we took a picture of, or we recommended you take a picture of. This is where you're going to put that information. So our machine is going to be different than your machine, so we're going to stop the video so we can get that information there, and then we will proceed. And just like that, folks, once you have the login information entered correctly, exactly like it shows on the bottom of your machine in that sticker that we recommended you take a picture of, you will have this screen. Now, when you're putting in that login information, pay attention to the caps lock on your screen here. So, for example, in my case, the word forward was all in caps. And then you can start browsing. You have your settings down here, your account information, and then if you want to check for any updates, which as new devices are being put out in the market, they're adding them to the machine. You can just click here and see if there's an update. We just took the update, so we're not worried about it right now. But you can see the different applications you have for phones, tablets, cameras, watches, laptops. I don't know what this is. I'm going to be curious to see that later on. But even automobile and miscellaneous others, for example, that looks like the icon of a Nintendo Switch, for example. So that might be on there as well. Let's just see. Let's type in the word. Here we go, Nintendo. And there we go, Switch. Pretty interesting. So that's already in there as well. And let's go ahead and check automobile. That's interesting. So you can see that Volkswagen, Audi, BMW. Rear view mirror, interesting. And rear view mirror on the right. So you have your mirrors on the left and on the right. You can apply the film on it. I guess for those people that are running into garbage cans and mailboxes. You see you have different cars or automobiles on there as well. navigation. That's pretty neat. So let's check phones out. And recently, Google released, look at that, the logos start to pop up. That's really interesting. Wow, there's phone manufacturers I didn't even know existed. Let's try Pixel. So you can see they don't have the Pixel 6, which was recently released. So we will be looking for that soon. I'm pretty sure the iPhone 13 is already in here. Let's see. There we go. So you can see all the iPhones are already in there. 13, 13 mini, 13 Pro, and the 13 Pro Max. So that's all for now. Just wanted to do a quick video on getting your machine set up. Once it's already set up, then you can start printing the different films. And until next time, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, and we will see you on the next video.